Hi Virgo, this is Lisa from the Animals Magic Shop with your weekly animal spirit message for January 1st through the 7th, 2023. And this is a one-card reading, but there may be multiple messages within that one card for you. Also, I'd like to mention that instead of doing an extensive reading for the entire year, the guides have asked me to draw an extra card after your weekly card and give you an idea of the expected possible upcoming energies for you in general for 2023, because they're telling me this could change, of course, through your own actions or perhaps the actions of others or just even world circumstances. So rather than overload everybody with information about an entire year, we'll just do one card to give you a general message about it. And also, thirdly, the guides would like me to mention that the year 2023 represents two animals. 20 is, excuse me, I feel a big sneeze coming in. 20 is mouse and 23 is opossum. And their message combined for the collective, and that is for everybody, is for this year to pay attention to the details and expect the unexpected. And that may not be a welcome message for everybody to hear, but please do keep in mind that the unexpected can be something pleasant, especially if you're not expecting something pleasant, then that would make it unexpected, right? So let's stay optimistic about that, Virgo. And we'll start with your weekly message, Animal Spirits and Guides. What would you like Virgo to know for this week, please? This is for Virgo. Okay, Virgo. You have Turtle, and the main message for you from Turtle has to do with you slowing down a little bit this week. So if you've, in this I'll mention this may not be for everybody, but it's the first message that's popping up, and I'm getting it's for a lot of you. So if you've been overworking perhaps, or multitasking, or doing so much that you're doing the work of 10 people instead of one, or if you're losing sleep because of your responsibilities, Turtle is asking you to slow down and take a break this week, and that would be to your benefit, and then you can kind of refuel a little bit and feel better for the following week. Now, the second message that Turtle has for you, Virgo, has to do with your home. And Turtle is asking you to, if this applies to you, maybe some of you are very well organized and neat and all cleaned up after the holidays, but if you haven't, then this would be a good week to take down your decorations, maybe do a little bit of extra cleaning. If you've received gifts that maybe aren't to your liking, you could donate them to the thrift shop or re-gift them. But in general, this would be a good week for you, Virgo, to do a little bit of clean out in your home and streamline things a little bit so you have less clutter to deal with, and that will make your tasks and your chores around the house a little bit easier. It's kind of early to do spring cleaning, so if you could just do like a general go through on everything and make sure that you have everything in order and organized, then being organized will help you out, to start the year off in a little bit easier manner. Now, another message that I'm getting, and this may be just for a few of you, has to do with your home security system. And your home can be made secure in a couple of different ways. Sorry, my dog is staring at the front door and I just heard a noise out there. And there's no light out there either. Okay, well, she stopped looking, so we have a mouse in the house somewhere, so maybe that was it. All right, well, it's still dark here, so excuse the interruption. All right, so we'll get back to what Turtle has to say about your home security. As I just heard a funny noise at the front door, and my dog was looking like she was interested in something out there. So that can be addressed in a couple of different ways, Virgo. The first one is making sure that your home is secure against the winter weather. So if we're already into winter, and I know that quite a few areas have already experienced storms, snowstorms, and flooding, and especially cold weather and power outages. So maybe if you're among those people or not, you could take it as kind of like an opportunity now or a warning if you've already gone through it to do some adjustments on your home security. If you need to maybe get some extra firewood for your wood stove, or extra fuel for your generator, or extra fuel for your car, or go out and put aside a little bit of food that, might last you for maybe a week or two, and restock on your water. And I know that a lot of people are having problems getting over-the-counter cold medications, especially for children, probably because a lot of people are sick right now. So Turtle is saying this would be a good week to restock and resupply and reassess the inventory of goods that you have to make your life a little bit easier if there are any winter emergencies, or if you get even sick and you don't want to go out, or you lose power or whatever. This is a good week, Turtle is saying, to kind of prepare for that. And the other message about home security from Turtle, and this could just maybe apply to a couple of people, has to do with, well, depending on what area you live in, some areas are experiencing a lot of thefts from packages being delivered on their porches, porch pirates and things like that. So whatever you might need to do to make your home more secure, this would be a good week to take a look at that, Virgo. And that might be something, it doesn't have to be super expensive. Just make sure that all your locks work. Make sure that you have all your windows already locked. Perhaps you could get if you're in the area of concern, perhaps you could get a camcorder, or just a simple system like what the hunters use out in the woods, or people use in their backyards to record the animals. And don't go nuts over it, but just keep that in mind for some of you, okay? All right, Virgo, so that's your weekly message. That was kind of long. Sorry about that. Now we'll ask about your general energy for 2023. So animal spirits and guides, what would you like Virgo to know for 2023, please? Okay, Virgo, Boar has a couple of different messages for you, and I'm getting specifically the first one has to do with this being a good year for you to confront any, well, I don't want to say weaknesses within yourself, but any shortcomings that you would like to resolve or change once and for all. We all make New Year's resolutions every year, and a lot of times we start off with good intentions, but we don't keep them. And that could be in part because we might make too many of them, or circumstances prevent us from doing that, or whatever. But Bohr is saying that this would be a good year for you to focus on making any changes to improve your life and to improve your lifestyle and to improve your habits. Now, the second message to do with confrontation has to do with people in your life, and that could be close relationships. Of course, in your family, you can't exactly distance yourself always from people who are causing you problems, but this is a good year to take a look at the relationships in your life, and I don't want to say cut out, but maybe distance yourself or move away from any relationships that aren't making you happy, basically. And also for one of you, maybe just one of you, I'm getting that a person in your life has been lying to you, and you probably know who it is already because they do this all the time. So Bohr is asking you to think about the value of the relationship you have with this person as opposed to the distress and anxiety perhaps they cause you to feel. And again, I don't like to say cut anybody out of your life, but this would be perhaps a good year for you to move away from that relationship. And of course, if it's one of your immediate family members who's lying to you, or one of your children, this would be a good year to see if you could sit down and speak with them. And if it's a child, of course, you would educate them on the value of honesty and the consequences of not being honest. And if it's a family member, maybe you could work on trying to, if not change their behavior, then maybe change your reaction to it, okay? That's kind of a vague, unclear message, but I'm being told that whichever one of you this applies to, you'll know the meaning of this and what to do. And that this year is the year that you would be best served to address it with this person, okay? And another message I'm getting for maybe just one or two of you is to do with eating pork. You know, boar is part of the pork family. And Bohr is saying that for one or a couple of you, it may be to your advantage to omit or eliminate pork from your diet if possible. It could be causing you a lot of problems with inflammation, or maybe gastrointestinal distress, or some other health issue that you may not necessarily associate with eating pork. And if you would simply, maybe instead of not saying, well, I'll never eat bacon again, you know, if you love bacon, perhaps you could just cut it out for a week or two and see how your body reacts to not having it. I know that a number of my dogs who I had tested for food sensitivities turned out to be allergic to pork, and I was pretty surprised. I'm not sure why, but animals can be allergic to any meats, and so can people. And it's not something that we normally associate with allergies, but it can cause problems, and especially bacon, because bacon contains, for the most part, sulfides and preservatives and curing materials. So sometimes maybe it's just those that are causing problems. So anyway, Virgo, that's your message, your last message from Boar. That may just be for a couple of you about the pork and the bacon, okay? All right, thank you very much for being here. Thank you for listening. We hope that you have an awesome 2023, and we'll see you next time. Bye.